On to the 7th, still a one-run ball game. 2 runs on leadoff homers. Scott Bandura for Princeton. Luke Longo on the first pitch of the game for NJIT. But the run that matters was a wild pitch in the 4th that scored Gardner Lawrence. Highlanders on top. Reese Rabin still out there. Relieved Will Sword in the 6th. So second inning of work for Rabin, who stranded insurance 90 feet away last inning. That's been the story for NJIT. They have had a ton of chances today, Cody, and still have only converted the 2 times.
Rabin got a little bit lucky. You don't often see leadoff walk, quick stolen base, and the runner doesn't score, but good defense by Vinci at first to get the out, and then Bandura with a catch and a good throw home to freeze Sally at third, and then the ground out. So did a good job of working around that leadoff walk.
Andrew Elcock has had an adventurous day in part because of what he just did. He squared for a bunt in the 3rd and was then hit by a pitch in the torso. Pulled the bat back, but kind of took one right under the N in NJIT. He's been pitched inside all game. 2-0 for an NJIT team that has been somewhat transient over the last few years, played a ton of games on the road, and have not really had much of a home. They had been, since becoming a D1 program in 2007, they had been at Riverfront Stadium in Newark, which is a longtime home of the Independent League franchise, the Newark Bears. Elcock works his second walk of the game. 3rd time he's been on with a free pass. It'll bring up Ray Ortiz. But yeah, Cody, that ballpark demolished in 2019, and so they have moved around a bunch in the last few years.
Yeah, 2019, that was when they were still in the Atlantic Sun. They played sort of all over the place. A series in Bridgewater where the Somerset Patriots play. 2 home series out in Sussex County. Had to stay at a hotel for their own home series, which is never easy. Played a couple of games at Bainton Field on the Rutgers campus. They were going to have a similar arrangement in 2020, and then now their 3rd season playing their home games not too far away in Union, New Jersey on the campus of Kane University. Really nice Division III ballpark, just to have to hop on a bus for practice and then go even further on game day. This is game number 28, the 28th true road game for NJIT this season.
0-1 now on Ortiz, who's 0 for 3. He's been their best hitter this year. And when they were playing even their games at quote-unquote home parks in that 2019 season, kind of bouncing around. You mentioned playing at the hotel, or staying at the hotel when they played in Sussex County. And when they were at Rutgers, that was before that field had lights. They just got lights at that field this year. So it's not like you could say, oh, well, we'll play at Rutgers. Maybe we'll play the day game when the Scarlet Knights have a night game and we can schedule it like that. No, they didn't have that sort of luxury. That's a quick toss by Rabin, sending Elcock scampering back.
Well, and even at Kane, you're at the mercy of their schedule.
Haven't had a home to call their own, which I don't know if you could say that they had a home to call their own when they were in Newark, too, because they shared that facility for some period of time before the Bears disbanded. But at least in the beginning part of your schedule, it was all yours.
And you've seen that occasionally, minor league teams sharing venues with college teams, but right, it's not necessarily your venue, but at least it's in your home city and it's near your campus.
You get some professional digs there, right? Nice clubhouse
Yeah.
in a lot of cases, in many cases. Hopefully you get the luxury of having the home clubhouse to yourself, depending on how kind the tenants are.
Pretty cool spot to watch a game when it was there.
1-2. Fouled back. Were you a patron of that park when Ricky Henderson was playing with the Bears?
Oh, yes. Jose Canseco, Lance Johnson.
Bill Madlock was the manager in the Ricky Henderson years from the We Are Family Bucks.
Tim Raines was the manager there for a while.
That was post Canseco, correct? When Raines was there?
Yep.
Yeah, they had some fun teams. Ricky Henderson was like 45.
Yeah.
And still got signed by the Dodgers. He was 45, signed by the Dodgers after a stint with the Newark Bears. And then came back for round 2. 1-2. Runner goes. Strike 3 on Ortiz. And the throw off the glove of Granite. Pinballs into right. Elcock will stay put. So Ortiz strikes out. He's 0 for 4 today with 3 Ks. First strikeout for Rabin, but another stolen base. That's 3 steals in the last 2 innings by NJIT.
3 in the last 2 innings, and I believe they're 4th today.
Gardner Lawrence had stolen in the 4th. Sally had 2 in the 6th, and now Elcock has 1. That is his 9th of the year, 9 out of 10. We'll bring up Kevin Putski. That was good while it lasted in Newark.
This has been a strange game. You look at the scoreboard, 3 total runs on 7 total hits. That really doesn't tell the story.
No, it feels like if you look at the scoreboard, that's a pitcher's duel, and it has been you can't say the opposite of that, but you certainly can say that it has been replete with base runners. Putski's 0 for 3. Takes one inside.
A lot of 3-ball counts, a lot of 2-strike counts. Tons of action on the bases.
Putski takes wide from Rabin, 2-0. 7 men in scoring position that have not scored for NJIT today. Last run in this game, Gardner Lawrence scoring on a wild pitch in the 4th. On 2-0, Rabin to Putski. Boy, that just missed, 3-0. A walk to lead off this inning to Elcock. He stole second. Ortiz struck out. Now 3-0 on Putski. He has not been on yet today. Jared Donnelly to follow. That's at the top of the zone, 3-1. NJIT's been kind of vagabonds from a conference standpoint, too. Talked about where they played their home games, but they've been independent a couple times in the American East since 2021 now. Putski works a walk, ball 4, second walk of this inning. 2 on for Jared Donnelly. Since they became a D1 program in 2007, they have been independent. Then in the Great West, which that doesn't make much sense. They were playing Texas Pan American, Houston Baptist, Utah Valley, Chicago State, Northern Colorado. NYIT was there too. So, you know,
Back
they
before they cut their baseball program.
At least they had a travel
department.
partner for a while. 0-1 on Donnelly.
It took them a while, right? They made the jump to Division I in baseball in 2007. It took them a while, but sort of feel like they ended up where they were supposed to.
Yeah, I mean, they had a long way to travel when they were in the Great West. They had a long way to travel again when they were in the A-Sun, going to Florida and Alabama. But America East, a lot more comfortable travel-wise for them. 0-2 on Donnelly.
Yeah, America East, I mean, the furthest you're going south to Baltimore, you're going north to Orono, Maine, but all bus trips.
The America East in other sports has had some kind of weird members in it, too. In fact, they do at present for field hockey. Chopped wide of first foul. I knew this. I hadn't researched it.
It would be a really good off-base trivia question.
This is the we talked about Wikipedia deep dives earlier in the ball game. This was a short trip for me because I had this kind of off the top of my head. But America East, Stanford, Cal, UC Davis are in the America East for field hockey, with Albany, Maine, Vermont. You know, teams that make sense in the America East. Oh, that one hit Donnelly up on the shoulder. It's going to load the bases on 3 free passes in this 7th inning. Elcock walked. Putski walked. Donnelly hit by a pitch, and Reese Rabin has lost the strike zone.
Yeah, I mean, you think about, right, the kind of traditional conference structure, and you think about football and basketball, but you've got some sports where you don't have every team in a conference sponsoring it, and you get some strange alignment. Like you think about women's lacrosse. It's weird seeing Florida in the AAC.
Yeah, Florida, Vanderbilt in the AAC.
That's right.
SEC flavor there. Rolled toward third, and, well, that took a funny hop foul. Hot shot by Cole Fleming. Looked like it was along the line for a while there. Single back in the second. Bases full of Highlanders. Strike three. Boy, what a slider on the outside corner by Rabin. And right when he needed one.
Not a lot of contact here in the seventh inning. 2 walks, a hit batter, and now 2 strikeouts at the hands of Reese Rabin.
Now Sally to the plate. He was left on third last inning. Left on third after stealing 2 bases. Could have pushed it coming home on a little squibber to first. Chose to play it conservative. Could have tagged from third on a fly out to Bandura in right. Probably made the right call, playing it safe there with Scott's arm. Takes ball 2 outside. Six runners left in scoring position today by NJIT. That's low, though, and on an inning where Reese Rabin has issued 2 walks and hit a batter, he's 3-0 on Sally. Who walked himself in the 6th. 3-0. Courtesy bunt shown. Strike call, 3-1. C.J. Wisniewski, who pinch hit last inning, on deck. Sally takes ball 4, and NJIT has its insurance run. 3 walks and a hit batter in this inning. This walk forces home Elcock. 3-1 Highlanders. Second time Ty Sally has walked against Reese Rabin, who entered last inning. Sally was the first guy he faced. That's 4 walks by Rabin and a hit batter in an inning and 2/3. Wisniewski takes wide. He was the guy who had the dribbler to first last inning, on which Sally chose to hold 90 feet away.
Action in the Princeton bullpen. Caden McDonald, the left-hander, warming up. You would figure with the opener of that big Ivy League series against Yale this weekend bumped up from Saturday to Friday, that probably changes how Scott Bradley utilizes his bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to use one of your top short relief Ivy League guys, you're only going to go 10, 15 pitches with him. Jacob Faulkner, Justin Kim. There's a chance we see him, but I don't think it's for more than what would equate to a bullpen day.
Maybe you see 1 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th.
Sure. For no more than an inning. Putski on third, Donnelly second, Sally first. That backs Wisniewski off the plate. That's the 4th 3-ball count of the inning. 3 walks in the frame, plus a hit by pitch. Wisniewski, who is 1 for 8 in his young career. Takes outside, another bases loaded walk to force home Putski. 2 bases loaded walks to 2 consecutive hitters, and NJIT with a 4-1 lead. Now the 9th place hitter, Dylan Can. You wonder if we see a mound visit at some point soon just to get McDonald some more pitches. Can's 0 for 3. and working on an 0 for 19. Mentioned he hit a rocket shot back in the second inning that was right at the center fielder Scannell. Can takes inside. The senior lefty Reese Rabin trying to find the strike zone again. One and two on Can. Robbie McClellan wants to use a timeout here. Luke Longo on deck. He would be the 9th man to come to the plate in this inning. No hits for NJIT in the frame. They have just 4 hits all game, but they've got 4 runs. They don't have an RBI hit save for Longo's solo shot in the first inning. One, two. Bounce past Rabin to Granite at second. Goes the short way to force out Wisniewski. And that will end the Highlanders' 7th. But they score a pair on 2 bases-loaded walks at stretch time in Princeton. It's NJIT 4 and Princeton 1.